Sunshine. Chapter 9. What You Got. There was a sign that we passed. Death Valley. Extreme heat caution. Stay hydrated. Andy looked at the phone as we all had our shirts off. Fuck, it's 102. We can't stop at all, can we? Both Gordon and I shook our heads. Even Sparky was just panting while laying on the couch. The train rode through the vast expanse of cracked and hot earth. There was even a fucking tumbleweed that blew by the train. It was more silent than the other parts of the journey had been. It made sense being a desert and all. Gordon had splashed some water on his face and down his chest, and it was a mirage, I knew, but it almost looked as if there was a building in the distance in the very middle of the desert. Gordon pushed the train harder and faster than it had ever gone before. The wheels were pounding the steel rails, and the wheezing of the internal mechanics were constantly sounding off. How much further, Andy? Gordon asked, and he looked at his phone. Only another hour, and we're already in California. I sighed heavily. Okay, well, would it be okay with you guys if I took a nap? Both brothers nodded. Okay, wake me up when we get there. I walked into the couch and physically lifted Sparky to make room for me to sit as he was too tired and couldn't move. The second my body hit the couch, my eyes shut as I forcibly powered down, and in my dreams I was comforted by my dead father. Hello, Charlotte. My, you look cute today. I was standing in my old childhood kitchen with him, and he was standing over me with his arm resting on my shoulder, and having a piping hot coffee with steam rising from the chestnut tabletop. His short, wavy blonde hair was going slightly gray, and he was in perfect physical shape. He wore his glasses with a white button-up and beige slacks and a pair of leather loafers. What do you want, Dad? He just smiled and had that one crooked tooth in the very front, and that smile always sent shivers down my spine. I just wanted to spend some more time with my beautiful daughter, have some bonding time. I immediately stood up and brushed his hand off my shoulder. It's Seb now, Dad, and no, I don't want to spend time with you. I don't want a single fucking thing to do with you. His smile immediately twisted into a sadistic frown. Oh, is it now? Tell me, did you ever get over those gay thoughts, or did you continue to live in that delusional state of mind? No son of mine would think he's a she. Something in me snapped, and I picked up the coffee mug and whipped the piping hot coffee in his face. Then smashed the mug into his head and just took out a kitchen knife and started to stab him. Fuck you! He simply smiled as I killed him in the dream. Then I was shaken awake and the air was substantially cooler, yet my soul was on fire. Andy stood above me. You okay, Seb? I shook my head and the tears started to flow. Andy immediately sat down on the couch with me and held me close in a tight hug. Was it your dad? I nodded while sobbing into his chest. Eventually the tears dried up and I just sat there with Andy still hugging me. Thank you, Andy. Now where are we exactly? Just as Andy was about to answer, the train suddenly screeched to a halt and Gordon calmly walked in. We have company. Ah, shit. Here we go again.